Alright, y'all. Got distracted. We're totally here. And Kiro totally just left. Where's the right scene? Oh. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to figure out how to get my iPhone, my company iPhone, by the way, because that does make a difference. That's not my company iPhone. This is my company iPhone. To, behave. No longer behaving. So. 34? That's further than normal. iPhone don't behave. Well, it used to. I had to reset it because company. And now it won't vibrate in silent mode. And it's really frustrating. I want it to vibrate in silent mode. We were also told that this would work with Google Voice, and I need Google. I want Google Voice. View all apps. Maybe I can do it this way. Nope. Stupid thing. Anyways, where were we last time? Alphanauer was doing something. Captain Ilbred seemed confident then that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as is. What did I do with Kiro? He ran away. I don't know what happened. He just was like, oh, I don't feel like being here anymore. I'm gonna move. You know what? Let me go see if he, like, moved because he was eating. If I close the door, he can't leave us. We in this now, boys. Get the Torgal pup and everything. I did what? Oh, yeah, my pup. Oh, that cute little pup. Hey, baby. What you looking at? Oh yeah, 2 of the lights in my room went out. I just need to fix that. You ready? 1, 2, 3, jump! We'll see how long he stays. So, what are we doing? Hero, my boy! Go back and look pretty for your dinner. You give... Aww! You're tied for number 1, Randy. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Jager. Yay! So, where's my button? Be right back. We had a symbolic launch of the thing I've been working on. As you can see right here, it just says launch. Right. I turned the 30-second button into that, and so one of the guys on my team, he made this Arduino thing. He just pressed a button and it lit up these strips, and then it had this little actuator that pressed it. It was supposed to press the enter button on the keyboard, but it's pressing this instead. And then everyone got to hear
30-second dance party.
Yeah, I shared that with my coworkers. Again, it was fun. So yeah, we are... Alpha wants us to do something. I don't actually really remember what it was these days. Ooh, cutscene. Oh, some blue coats are coming. Why is it snowing? Captain Eilbred, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. I have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Oh, didn't we already know this? It was like they had an inside guy, right? Go on. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Reverend's Toll. Pray report. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with the benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs to not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortemps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think we can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least, but what of Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. A relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider, then, that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flame's establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. Sounds like someone needs to have a background investigation done on them, right? A little bit of a CI stuff going on? Yeah. Anyways, I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Aldaz was ever the most vulnerable to infiltration. See, I'm telling you guys, crappy OPSEC, you have important meetings in the middle of hallways, and they're even counted that, in the middle of a merchant area, being like, ooh, you know what, we need to be very quiet about this, because you know what that person over there is doing? We should raise suspicion on them. Like, of course you were gonna get compromised. Anyways. I too... Oh, we already read this one. Both Limsa Lamensa and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mined under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Uldah's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties that Raban faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known, even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost. There remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sales word. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. Yeah, what about like that one dude, like the little short dude who was just like, ooh, money. A good deal easier than now, aye. The Immortal Flames have been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but simply self-preservation. Had Nail Van Darnus' ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supporting Raban with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Dorman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting the crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in the manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send one to Sir Amaric, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics and betters. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Lyra, as the realm's stoutest champion. 'Tis only met that you would be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent. Least you worry. That was a lot of words to be like, we think we found someone. Oh yeah, here's a meeting, come with me. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart. But until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Minfilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go ahead to Gridania. Ugh. Tired. I shall go ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Norfolka's altar, and we shall make our way to Lotus Stand together. Alright. Alpha Note and Old Gridania. We can use the return thing, right? Because we are still bound there. My cat's so weird. I love him. Alright. To Old Gridania. Wait. What am I doing? Can't we, like, take the thingy? The thingy? Aetherite. That's it. Aethernet. Old Gridania. Ah, Conjurer's Guild. Perfect. Alphino, what's up? I still think it's your sister. My thanks for coming, Lara. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to Lotus Stand. Silent Conjurer. The Alliance leaders await you at Lotus Stand. Will you be joining them now? Sure. Everyone stands around so dramatically.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
We have voice acting.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign.
Okay.
Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
This looks painted on. Did you just spit on that? Rude.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
Like, by painted on, I mean, like, it looks like it's not really there. Okay, if you have spalders that big, you're looking at, like, something like this.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims,
right?
Was it not?
How uncomfortable do you think that would be? To have spalders, like, this big and moving around, like, how heavy do you think that is? Is this like a Lich King moment? There must always
Indeed.
be.
Yet
A
claims
Lich
count for
King.
little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Ooh, how straight in line are these people? Well, that's pretty good. I was a marching band, and this is what I look for. Then you look to the side. Do they make notes? See, they're not quite in line. They're front to back, dead straight. But side to side, you can look at the diagonal, and it's not quite there. It's a little off. Like, it's not so bad. This one's not so bad, actually. So you can see straight, diagonal. Oh, that's actually really good. That part is. Okay. I stand corrected. I want a cloak like that, just dramatically being like, yes, wish, wish.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald.
Randy Stinky. Bella, that's because Randy has a baby, and, it could be that, maybe the baby was like, bleh, milk everywhere, and so he just hasn't had the time to change yet, I mean, it's the baby. Can you really blame parents? Like, I was just with my friend's baby. He's actually very well behaved for a baby. We had happy hour last night. We went to Applebee's.
Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
I mean, inevitability, nothing's inevitable. As they say, except for death and pay and taxes, everything in life is only for now.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
Do you know what this statue here reminds me of? in Star Trek. See if I can... Open image and new tab. Tell me. Oh no. Okay, should not have put it on that side. Moving back over. 1 sec. Sorry, this is gonna like mess everything up for a little bit.
So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Hopefully it like goes back. But seriously, look at this. Does that not look like the same statue? So we're gonna go back so we can see it. No. Darn it. No, it's right here. It's right here. You can kind of see it. You can see the top of it. It looks the same. It's the same thing. They stole from Star Trek. Anyways, inevitability of some sort of attack. Got it. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to the purpose of, are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Lemosians, for instance. Though Admiral Merylweb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Aldans are scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Isn't that literally how he explained everything to us? Not that such sentiments are entirely without ground, of course. Take that pillar of Aldan society, Telegy Adelegy, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartno is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them with something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle amusing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter. The Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Ilbred has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Lyra, and all that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out the Ilbred near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Korthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. New Gridania. Okay. New Gridania. Just have to go over here. ahead, Bluecoat. What's up? My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Ooh. Alright, which one of these is really, really pretty? Oh, that's kind of weird looking. Kind of dig it, though. Ooh. I really like this one. It's super cute. Ooh, this kind of gives me, like, Cardcaptor Sakura vibes. But, oh, I like 2 of these. I like this and the other one. This was a little too New Orleans, though. So we'll go with this. Oh, that one's so much cooler. It's for Red Mage. Which we might actually need for Red Mage, right? We have, oh, a 43. Nope. Well, I don't know. Oh, we have a cutscene. Okay, we're gonna go through our inventory and see what we have. Why are you in the open? Talk in a secure environment. This is why you guys have spies. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Reason Roaille, Raban's second in command. Is that her? The lady without a shirt on? Oh, her. Oh. Interesting. Prior to joining the Immortal Flames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with a polearm has to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And it was no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much of a murmur of protest when Roaille was appointed to the post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists? Why did we duck? We're being weird. Not even like sneak, hide behind the tree. We're just being weird. You just be like, oh. Okay, oh, we need to be quiet because we're being sneaky. These revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Roaille's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General, while Raban attended the Council of Alliance Leaders. She should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, on some pretense. She is up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flame records for evidence of Roaille's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely on your eye, Scion? What if she just, like, teleports somewhere? You have my thanks. Let us go, then. And take care not to alert our quarry. Okay, bye. Alright. Necklace. Wait, do we have any recommended gear? No. What if we switch? No. Okay, we've been doing pretty good about that. Oh, but this doesn't catch it if it's not in there, right? We just placed all of this in the armory chest. Is that it? Yeah, this to place an armory chest. Place in armory chest. Anything else? Okay, now do we have any recommended gear? We do! Equip. Update. Switch. Equip. Equip. Update. Switch. Wait. Switch. Woohoo! Oh, we changed outfits. How do I look pretty again? Can you just imagine if, like, this were actually, like, you in real life? You just, like, kind of just standing there being like, I feel like changing my outfit, and then just go poof, and you're, like, suddenly in new clothes. Just be so weird. Roaille is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. Okay. Doing the questies? Yeah, apparently. Randy says I'm really close, but I don't know what I'm close to. Right now, we are chasing Roaille? Yeah, something like that. So, Roaille has entered the Carline Canopy, meeting someone perchance? Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she is not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. When a mine is stationed there, she may have seen something. Efemi is her name. I shall remain here in case Roaille reappears. Well, if I talk to you again. Quickly now, look for Roaille inside the Carline Company. If she's not in the upper floor. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Do you have to go down? Lower company. Ooh, FME. Alfie. Lyra Tiatu. Such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? Ahem. Social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Alright, and we go back out? Where'd she go? Nowhere to be seen, you say? And you are sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the 7 hells could she have gone? The roast. How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Muntor tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Is that an adult joke in a child's game? Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but those eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Thank the 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Roaille would have disappeared without a trace. Comparison. Item comparison. What am I looking? What am I wearing? Which is selected? Body. Okay. Oh, even those are both level 50, that's actually kind of an increase. Mind 41? Piety 42, this is really good. Which one's prettier? I like this one better. It's prettier. I want both. I'm ready this one. Okay, so we go back to Red Mage. Right, Red Mage. Chat, body. See, 47, we made the right choice. And then put this in armory chest. We do this, and now this should be like, you have coat? Yeah. Oh, heck yeah, look at that dashing thing. Look at that. That is awesome. What is it? Home? Nope, not home. There we go, there we go. Look at that, look at that. She looks pretty awesome. Anyways, sorry. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Cyan. I suggest we follow Roaille's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. We have to go to West something Pier. Right? Okay, so we want to go Old Gridania to the pier. So we want to go to Lancer's Guild. Okay. Chocobo, 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 chocobo. I wish the chocobos would like move us around in here. Alright, so now we can talk to the skipper. And we want to go to Sweet Bloom Pier. Uh-huh. Look at all the wildflowers. This way, my friends. Oh, he says the puppy's his friend. Oh, there's a ninja over there. Your quarry makes for Hawthorne Hut. If Roaille is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friend at Garland Ironworks provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we've installed them around the city-states. In doing so, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Roaille would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly, yet as a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move about Thanalon without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It is for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elizan are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not likely to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Roaille in the act. Okay. Why we don't follow them, I don't know. I did not mean to sprint. Mount Roulette! If Roaille was here, she is no more. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. Oh, well, that's a spoiler. My people report that our quarry has departed for the Bramble Patch. The ivy returns to the gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Nope, down. Yukari! Just beyond, Roaille is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An inferior intermediary, no doubt. This is it. With me. Ooh, are we here for a... Are we going to be double-crossed? Is this going to be a fight? Flame Marshal Elaine Roaille, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. What? What are these superhero poses doing? You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelves Wood? When last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would find innocence, then? Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. Is she gonna go, yeah, and like start fighting? I will offer you a new struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Well, what about the person that she was talking with? Like, arrest them too. Even a warrior of Roaille's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap, then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Lyra? I'm going to Disneyland! So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray now do let me keep you. Fear not, for my countrymen, and I shall attend to the aftermath. You do need not waste your talents here. Speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe. So please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. I'm down! Teach me! Teach me! Speak with Minphilia. Fine. See, why can't Roaille just go like that? Be like, ooh, just go into a bathroom and teleport. I mean, no one will find you or see you. Minphilia. Welcome back, Lyra. I understand that Alphino had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Yeah, he had me trailing this like crazy lady. Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Roaille? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Wherever the truth may be, we must trust the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Ooh, okay. Bacon broth. Though technically a soup, the XIV dish consists mainly of large slabs of smoked bacon boiled with several other lesser ingredients. Interesting. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctum of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystal she stole from the House Four Temps caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet, and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetheryte upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urianger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution, which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such an expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Reverend's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Okay. Guess we'll leave. Do stuff. Play with the cat. I wish he was a little more interactive. He's getting old. He's 14 now. I thought that was like opening up to us. Alright, we need to head to the gates. So just over here, I guess. Destination. Minfilia, talk to me. What manner of woman is she, I wonder? We have spoken before via Link Pearl, of course, but it is not the same. One of these passengers is not like the other. One of these people just doesn't belong. Can you tell which chocobo is not like the other by the time I finish my song? Oh. A chocobo drawn carriage. Very nice. Who is it? Is it the Scion lady here or the other one? She looks like she has Merle Webb's like things. Like animation rig.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and to thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Charlian scholar and an authority on Aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Cool.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Hi, we're kind of standing awfully close to each other. For an outpost in an aether-rich wasteland, this place is a good deal livelier than I expected. It just goes to show that you never know until you know. Okay, we're gonna move away. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss. See, Minfilia knows to have private discussions in private areas. to the Rising Stone. Oh, I was gonna talk to the other lady first. Oh well. Hey, and look, everyone just joined us.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
Are they actually sisters?
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Like, so not actually sisters. Look at the height difference.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into White Auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Where did
Well, I
that
had
come
to
from?
Didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
What?
Oriange,
Kinda.
where in the hells have you been hiding?
What? This is just like super awkward.
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. Is he like
Thine
right?
artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it then, your missing Aetherite?
Nope.
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
I don't know, maybe.
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
I mean, maybe is she like pretended to use the Aetherite?
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Hi.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
You mean like where we are?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal.
Oh, so we're gonna be a guinea pig, I have a feeling.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the Aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Yeah, we're just gonna instantly blow up and die.
Though it risk the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Okay. Okay, we walked away and then apparently walked back in to talk to Minfilia. I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know I appreciate everything you've done for us on our behalf, Lyra, and that I've faith you will return to us, as you always have. Are we being voluntold? I feel like we're being voluntold. We're being voluntold to go on like basically a suicide mission to follow the flow of ether. Alright, so achievements in the current area 9. What is this? It's kind of cool. Oh, we're almost... Well, we have like what? What do you say? A quarter left? 20% left to the next level? Oh, this was the area we fought. What's her name? Moonbreeder. Oh, that. No, that's a different one, right? Trust in the power of white Aerosite, Lyra, and me, of course. I don't. Good to see you, Lyra. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ilbrin sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Elaine, Roaille, and Elda as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, there are others waiting for us at the Aetherite. After you, Scion. Okay. We're gonna blow up. I have crazy allergies going on right now. So they're channeling, we are not. Interesting. There, it's ready. Well, it's really pretty, whatever it is. Ha! It worked, I think. Try attuning to the Aether right now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We've done all we can, Lyra. For now, let us withdraw. Did it fail? With your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If by the grace of the 12 you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Are we going to take people with me? Now we're just going to like dive head in. I have a mind to join you, but Riandra made me promise I wouldn't. Apparently, the thought of me becoming Shiva's thrall was too much to bear. As if I'd give her the chance. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. And if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives in the success of Moonbrida's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message from you, from Sir Aymeric. Alright. Madame, Sir Aymeric regrets that he cannot be here in person and asks that I read you this letter. Ahem. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Lyra Tiatu, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you would choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the occasion. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halon bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Hard. That means I can't use the NPCs. Mandy? I don't want to do this myself. How many other players are we talking? 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS. Fine. We'll do it as a healer. Ooh. See, it's Alphina's sister. Right?
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
So she summoned Shiva. Is this a tank? Oh, right. I need to do like some DPS, right? Wait, why is everyone over here? Ah! Did we win? This isn't WoW. I'm not in the WoW category. At least I think so. Hi, Swalsh. No. I can't access some of this stuff. Did we win? I am? My bad. There, we fixed it. Yay! To let your entire knives and run. I'm so sorry, Swallow. I thought I had switched it. Ooh, more cutscenes. Why is she so sad?
Fool. Blind, bloody fool.
Yeah, just look at Kiro. Here, we'll do this to help. Just a little bit. Kitty. Wrong kitty. There. Does that help? Does that make you feel better? Look at that. Look at that beautiful face. You can't be mad at that face. Can't be mad at you. No. Better? Okay. Glad to have helped.
You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence.
Night is saved? Yeah, because Kiro's amazing.
Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us.
I mean, maybe.
We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded.
Eyes unclouded. So she's...
Do not squander Mother's gift.
I have a feeling she's been, like, turned to follow this god?
Hear, feel, think.
It's kind of weird. Another Primal watching us?
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
Why? Does he not want La Habrea to be pleased? That's kind of weird. I mean, most people would want La Habrea to be pleased if they are part of, like, the same, but, like, the same side, the same team. right? I mean, you would think, right? Okay, we won. By the 12. You're alive! I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be alive? I started what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a Primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No, fair enough. I was only asking. I'm convinced you have not sustained a head injury. Or if you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story and the freezing code. Let us save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to Whiteburn Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, why don't you have you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No blurred vision? No reason. See you again soon. Yeah. I don't have a head injury. Thank you very much. So Swelsh, how's your patch been going in WoW? You doing good? Do you know what you can do now? I heard this. You can solo Mythic Jaina now. If you don't freeze. They didn't announce it. I read it on the tweeters. Should we talk to these other people first? Decent. Both guilds are a casual season 4, so heroic only one guild does 2 to 3 mythic a week for one vault only. That's kind of what we're doing. You heard? That's nice. That you stand here now is proof of your mission success. Praise be Helon. 'Tis customary to report to one's commanding officer after completing a mission. Well, yeah, I don't have a commanding officer. I still remember the first time we entered these chambers. Suffice it to say, I never imagined I'd be the one so glad of your return. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. I heard about Snowcloak, what you faced there. I mean, I'm glad you're on our side, Scion. What is it? I'm not in the habit of chattering while on duty, unless you have pertinent business. Begone! What do you do here? I'm a knight sworn to the service of House Durden. The name may mean little and less to an outsider, but has the distinction of being one of the high houses of Ishgard. I don't know, whatever. So I should make a video, right? There she is, and none the worse for the wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Right. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. Yeah, but we defeated the Primal, it's fine. But not too late to prevent the further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration. And for once, and one for which we have Lyra to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Amric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Reverend Stoll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the same self-supplies that the heretics stole from the House Four Times caravan? Less the crystals, which comprised the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Ah, and on a related note, Lara, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not but for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Icehurt. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Alright. Yeah, so, I mean, that's nice that you can solo stuff now. A lot of Jaina people will be happy. Let's just keep going up and get out of here this way. I believe it is faster. Oh, we can mount roulette. Oh, we have this one. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Whee! Where are we going? Just over here. The road less traveled. I mean, I already have the Jaina mount. Because remember, like, that was, like, the video that got me to YouTube partner. So, I'm not... Be fine. Yeah, remember? Yeah, I was pretty awesome with it. What up? Oh, well. Dragonhead. We need to go down in here? Maybe? Hush fart! Not fart. Whatever. Alpha no. If our business here is concluded, we should tend to Sir Aymeric and the Intercessory. What were you thinking, Lara, wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? I mean, like, she did. And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat. By the fury, Lara, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Wait. Are you lecturing me, or sad that I didn't ask you? Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wander at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Aymeric wished to have words with you and Master Alphino in private. He awaits us in the Intercessory. What? Pray go on without me, Lyra. Another matter requires my attention, but I shall join you anon. Okay. Where are we going? Somewhere over here? Oh, here. Greetings, madame. I shall show you in at once. That is a big-ass table. How much do you think that table costs? Like 10,000?
Allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
So you'll help us?
The argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment.
Brotherhood!
Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
Ooh, can I have a dog?
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
What was his previous
That will not be
request?
necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
What are you doing, Alphina? Don't insult him.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Doesn't she have something else to do?
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say,
I was an
trust her
outsider.
completely, and so may you.
How's an outsider in Ishgard?
Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
I forgot he was there. Not gonna lie.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
I'm level 519 with more crests yet to earn. Nice. I think I'm like level 508.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
He's no friend to anyone.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
February sounds like heroic rating. That's what your Ogboker does, and he's like high 12. Nice game from raid. So we do. I have some mythic raids under my belt. I missed the first week because of the St. Jude Summit, so I'm a little behind. That's more or less it. For one with reason to celebrate, Afah looks rather grim. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes the primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well face ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Lyra, it is better we continue this conversation in Mordona. I swear these people have never heard of OPSEC. I say it like every time. So yeah, like a lot of people in my guild are well over 5'10". I'm very behind. So, and I have to like learn to play my class again. I've got very used to the 4-set class. And the shadow, the current shadow 4-set has a different priority in how you play, so I have to get used to it again. It's very AoE heavy. So. About 30 more minutes. We haven't really had a battle yet.
Words
I guess we had
cannot
the dungeon.
well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Oh no, are we ready to speak of it? I need water. I have water right
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
I don't know, seems like a primal.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals.
Oh, she has the
Could it be that
Echo.
it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Alright. Ooh, we can get another eye. Oh, is that eye level? Eye level 90. Oh. Okay. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard-Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Don't you have security cameras? Alphanoma. Lara, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Roaille has escaped. Escape. It happened shortly after the immortal flame struck her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain among 2 guards. To explain, she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Roaille quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridianum. I am certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Eilbeard and the first are hot upon Roaille's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Frog and join the hunt. Well now. That's not good. Camp Blue Frog. Do you think they have blue frogs at Camp Blue Frog? My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the Soldiers' Hill. They say that Roaille walked through camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not miss here. We have Ruban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Roaille must not be allowed to reach Castor Meridianum. We're just gonna teleport over there. Why not? I don't wanna walk. We're just gonna be lazy. You know, we're made of money. Not really, we don't have that much money. You Hayes, I remember you. Was that really necessary? I better have been compensated for the additional exertion you caused me. The Reason Roaille. Okay. Battle time! Dun dun dun! Yeah? The wretch was with the Roaille. He threw himself at us, that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the goddamn harpy. Pfft. With me, Scion, we almost have her. I want Roaille alive. Kill the rest. Eorzea! Hope you will not take me so easily this time. Yeah, you have like backup and stuff. That should give me this. Oh wait, Chocobo. Can Chocobo? Chocobo? Chocobo can't help me. But you get a regen. Nope. Okay, I tried. Wait, were we trying to kill him? Okay, so we didn't want to hurt. We did want to hurt him. Shut in my quarter. What are you, pirates? You need a regen. You need a regen. No. You need a regen. Don't die. Don't die. Stop standing and fire. Stop just taking things to the face. people? I don't know what I should be focusing on. Should I be healing people? Or attacking things? I'm not dead! How did I fail? I should be healing people. Ilbred apparently died. Okay. This time we're gonna take a better eye. There is nothing that's like keep them alive. Fools, you can't stand against the Empire. I mean, I will try. That should do it. One more? Come on. How many more do you need? Feel like maybe we have to kill everything else. Maybe it like wait, we have her. what is going on? I have no MP. It's gonna fail again. It didn't fail. Almost did. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, men. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Barely, you pretty much died. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flame. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want? People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon of when I joined the Flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you were the only person to have ever suffered. In case you've forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we have been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? 'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. And 'tis true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If light has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Aldad to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Aw. Do you think a speech like that would have done anything for her? Right, oh, I guess we didn't get to talk to Ilbred. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sword business is finally at an end. A friend's trial cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raban chose his. Okay.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Raban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
He's the main bad guy.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo unamo. For my sake, pray be a good little sultana to the last.
Is he gonna try and kill her? What the heck? Like Corel, I once made my way as a mercenary, and like her, I did more than a few things I'm not proud of. But never once did I betray my own. There are depths to which a man should not sink. Captain Eelbred and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raban, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend, and my thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stone and apprise Menphelia of all that has happened. I am aware that the Antecedent held Roaille in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. Alright. Rising Stone and Mordana. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, we almost have 300k. Woohoo! Alright. Do we want... Okay, we can, like, finish this and then probably just end just, like, a little bit early. It's almost 9:30, and, you know, Kira needs to sleep.
Welcome back, my friend.
Ooh, we have another
I've already received word
voice.
from Alphino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say.
I was not pronouncing her name correctly. My bad.
Together with Robon, Aline lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls.
Ooh.
Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
Or it would make them stronger.
The only
It is a game,
trouble is,
right?
we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that you will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auricite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
It would seem more research is in order.
So this is our next task, to create a blade of ether.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auricite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Okay.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Vow. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
Interesting.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Alright. So, this seems like a good place to end for the week. And we'll have to pick up again next time. Wait, what? Nope. Timbit, I didn't do anything. It's continuing. Okay, after this cutscene, we'll end. But good night, Timbit. Much love.
Forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea.
Oh, right.
So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Media Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the Primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varys Osgalvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
Jeez.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters.
Hi, Vela.
Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
You lurk.
I lost a trusted
That's
friend,
fine. I have a lurk
now I
command.
must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
Tea in front of your crab ragoons? I mean, tea can be delicious.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
I would love a crab ragoon right now, but it's 9:30. I don't think anywhere is open. Unless I maybe get some
All
frozen
these
ones.
years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! Today I will purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12.
What?
I swear it!
What?
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
How come they don't pronounce each other, like, all the names the same?
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order. and
What?
protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, aren't you mostly a figurehead?
Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
I mean, I can't even do the next one. Because of the dungeon requirement. Okay, okay. Again, like I said, next week, woo, we'll have to play catch up, I guess. Okay. Anyways, y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. I will see you later. There are dungeons. Warcraft dungeons this Friday. So that should be fun. And I will see you later. I'm probably going to send you guys off to Grandma, I believe. Kick, just to say goodnight. Bye, guys. And let's see. Yeah, Grandma. Should be fun. Grandma's doing a raid. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. And enjoy Wednesday, the rest of your Wednesday. Be great fun. Anyways. Bye, guys.